All right, good evening, everybody. This is our post-shred meeting. My name is Robin, and I am your resident nutritionist. And this is actually what I do for a living for the past more than a decade. And I'm excited about this shred community because it's really changing lives. And so tonight we're just gonna connect and talk about what to do next now that the shred is over, and talk a little bit about the nutrition plan you have and how to utilize that, and remind you why you are doing the shred in the first place. And at the end, we're going to open it up for feedback and questions. And what I want you all to remember is why you're doing it. And the why you're doing it is a couple of reasons. I don't know your personal why, but in general, when we're doing the shred, by removing what is not serving our bodies and flooding our bodies with what does serve us, it makes a great impact on our health. And let me explain why shred works and why the plant powders work. When we're talking about nutrition, you all may hear a lot about macros. And macronutrition, the diet industry focuses on, are you getting enough macros? And your macros are your carbs, proteins, and fats. And so we want to balance those, of course, but what you don't hear a lot about is your micros. And the micronutrition is really your medicine. The micronutrition found in foods is your vitamins, your minerals, and your phytochemicals. And a lot of the food that we eat is void of the micros. And that is why we see a lot of illness and diseases, because our bodies are really nutrient deficient. And then when you do the shred, why you see some of you who see such a profound shift is because you're flooding your body with the nutrients and the vitamins and the phytochemicals that your cells need, and it starts doing the happy dance, your body, because of that. So to repeat that again, the diet industry is focusing on, the macros and all of that, and we're focusing on balancing the macros and filling your body with the micros, which is critical for rejuvenation, for healing, for all of that. So by being in the shred community, you're in the right place. So now that shred is over, you have some options, right? And so where do you fit in the options? And I'll share with you what the options are. So you can keep going, because people ask, well, the shred is over, can I keep going? Absolutely. You see, the shred is just a 10-day jump start to inspire you to keep going. It is there to show you what certain foods in your body will do and what your body likes. So by all means, keep going. Now, some of you would say, all right, I like this shred, but I need my coffee in the morning. Or I like this shred, but I need a piece of sourdough bread with some jelly on it, or a little bit of something in my coffee, right? So if that be the case, you want to do some of the things that, a lot of the things that we learned during the shred, but maybe you want to have a little bit of bread or something along the way. So that's the other option. And then the third option, which we don't want for you, is for you to say, I'm going right back to the way that I was. So you're going to add, do everything that you used to do. And we don't want that, right? We want you to take some of the things that you did in the shred and keep going and make this a lifestyle, but maybe not as strict. The beauty of this is that because we shred every month, this becomes a regimen for you. That you do the 10 days of the shred, and then the other 20, 21 days of the month, you're taking some of the habits in, but you're not being as strict to those guidelines. So we want that for you. I want to share with you how to use the nutrition plan. We'll talk about our next shred, and then I want Dr. Bernetta to say anything, because I like when she says stuff, because it's so inspirational to me. So let me tell you how to use the nutrition plan. You have the plan, and the plan really is designed because it has options for you. The plan is designed to be used in between the shred period. And if you follow the plan, it's very much balanced out for you. If you continue to take your chewables and your capsules and you follow the plan, you'll be doing just fine with getting your nutrition in. When you see the plan, you'll see week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and some people are wondering, well, why, what can I do with the weeks? Can I interchange them? So it just gives you a guide to follow. So right after the shred, you can jump into week 1 and then go into week 2 and go into week 3. Now, let's say you like the food that's on week 3. Well, you can actually take that week 3 menu and follow it. So you can switch those around the weeks. But what I don't recommend is you just switch the orders of the meals, because the order of the meals on the plan, for the most part, especially the dinner meal, is placed in that specific place because of the carbs and all of that. So it's balanced in that way. The closer you follow the plan, the more results. If you're looking at dropping pounds, the better results you'll see with that. On the nutrition plan, you'll notice that there's a lot of noise in here. You'll notice ors and ands. So when it says this or that, you'll know what that means. You can eat this or that, right? And then there's ands, this and that, and then that means, you know, toast and peanut butter or whatever the case may be, what it says the and. You can always sub out a piece of fruit for any of the carbs that are listed there. So if you don't want oatmeal, but you feel like you want a cup of cantaloupe, then switch that out, and that is fine. I took some notes. I want to make sure that I don't leave anything out. I only recommend 1 smoothie a day, though you can have 2 protein shakes. You can do 2 of the complete, but as with the shred, I still only recommend 1 a day. And then what else do I recommend? You can be creative with it. The recipes at the end of the plan, you can bring those in. There's salad ideas, there's vegan ideas, there's there's all kinds of different ideas for all types of eating habits. What I also want you to know is that plan is designed to help you manage your blood sugar for all of us. If you're pre-diabetic, if you're diabetic, if you're not and you don't want to be, that plan is designed in that way to keep your blood sugar balanced. Ask me any question. Oh, I'm going to say this. In January, I'm going to do some updates to the plan, because I know that if you all have been shredding with us for a while, you still have the plan, you have the roadmap. In January, we'll do some updates and add in some new recipes and some different things to that plan for all of you habitual shredders. You'll have something new to look at in that regard. Any questions about the meal plan or any of that before I move on to the next bit of information? There is a question. Do you recommend only 1 shake a day post-shred? Yeah, I do only recommend 1 shake a day. And the reason why is because not 1 shake a day, 1 smoothie. So 2 shakes. You can do 2 shakes. Let me make sure I read the question right. And let me make sure I'm saying it right. I recommend you can do 2 shakes, but if you turn one of those shakes into a smoothie, I only recommend 1 smoothie a day. And a smoothie is where you're adding fruit to it, you're adding things into it. So if you wanted to do a shake and add some ice to it and make it slushy, that's okay. But the reason why I would recommend 1 smoothie where you're adding fruit, where you're adding nut butters, where you're adding other stuff is just because I want to help everybody keep the balance. I hope that answers the question. But 2 shakes a day is just fine. Any questions about any other questions? I love the questions. You all are welcome to speak them or type them in. Okay, so our next shred date is October the 14th. I want to say a couple things about that, and then I want Vernetta to say a couple of things before we open it up to other comments. Our next shred is October 14th. So I hear this all the time, and I'm going to say this to everybody. People would say, because I know that there's a chunk of us during the week of October 14th, a lot of the shred leaders are traveling. So people would say to me, well, are we still going to do the shred because we're traveling? And I said, are you still going to live your life? You're traveling. Are you still going to eat? We don't stop the shred. We don't stop living because we got to travel. In fact, that's a way to shine and show everybody, wow, look, I'm traveling, I'm on a plane and I'm still doing my complete, I'm still within the shred guidelines. Because all the time, if you look at it, and sometimes people don't look at it, from January through December 31st, every single month, there is an event, there's an activity, there's a holiday, there's somebody's birthday, there's somebody's wedding, there's somebody's baby shower, there's somebody's funeral, there's somebody's extra fiesta, all of that. So if you decided not to be who you want to be because there's an event, you'll never be who you want to be. So we keep on rolling no matter what. That's my little thing about, so if you ask me, are we still shredding? Yes, we are still shredding. All right, Dr. Bernetta, grace us with your presence.
Say Robin, I love you. Oh my God, I love you.
I'm alive.
Yes, you have survived. Oh my goodness. And probably because of the shred, I'm going to tell you, that probably would have gone so much worse if you hadn't, been flooding your body with some really great macro and micronutrients. Thank you for the opportunity to say something tonight. You know what, you guys, I'm hoping, I'm sliding through, so I really do want you to respond to this question. How many of you are feeling really good on the shred? Just put up a hand of some sort. Look at that. Yeah, put up a hand. Oh, I see hands. Oh, good. I see some, mobile people or whatever. So you guys, you're feeling really good. I think the thing I want to ask you to do is really hone in on this feeling. And this is the rule around my house. My husband can quote this to you. Nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. And that's the cool piece about the shred, is once you get, I think I did a video like on Saturday. I've decided Saturday of the shred is my favorite day, oh my God, of the month. Because by day 6, I'm like really feeling the goodness. And I'm reminded again of why I do this. And so we definitely want you to do that. Lock in. So tonight, write down some reasons why you feel so good. What are you feeling good about? Your head is clear. You slept really good. You don't have heartburn. I have 3 clients right now. They don't have heartburn. Yeah. Your stomach isn't hurting you. You aren't having that awful gas anymore. And sometimes the first time on the shred, I heard that funny story about the gas and things. That happens, but this time, no. So write those things down and use them as reminders for why you want to do this. And then maybe you're not, ready to just go shred like, shred forever. But maybe there's something that you say, I know I want to do this. So, I'll tell on Robin, water has been her thing. And her whole team is like, girl, where is your water? So she's really embraced that. She said, I'm going to get this with you. Yeah, good job. Look at you. Oh, you get a smiley. Oh, so maybe there's that one thing that you say, okay, I can't do this forever, but I can drink some more water. Or I can't do this forever, but I can go to bed at night and get these 7 hours of sleep, whatever it is. Pick that one thing and then work on that for the rest of the month. And I'm going to tell you, every time I do this shred, I get better and better and better at it. So good job for all of you being on here. And hopefully that's some encouragement for you. And then get a buddy. Grab a shred buddy while you're still feeling great. Grab a shred buddy. Okay, that's it.
Yes. On that note, because I feel like if y'all feel good as good as you say you do, then shame on you for not sharing this with your coworkers and your family and your friends for 2 reasons. One of the things is when you have that synergy, you have us, but when you have that wall outside of this community of people that are doing this, you'll do better by creating that environment. And then the other thing is, how are you going to try to feel good and not include your people? That's not nice. Each one teach one. So we're starting our shred again on October 14th. Get them involved. Whoever invited you here, whoever your shred leader is, get them involved, get them in touch with them and plug them into our Shred 10 community for next time. Our shred group grew by a whole bunch this time around. And so we're inspiring healthy living all around the country. This is our 2nd shred meeting today. We had another one for the other side of the country. And some of y'all are still on here from the East Coast, staying up late over here. But yeah, just don't do this alone. And then I also want to say, if you rock the shred, if you've had a phenomenal shred and you want to inspire more people, you want to be a part of our community in that way, find out how you can be a shred leader or be a part of the healthy living community. We have a lot of fun, and that's what we do. We help other people build their bodies with micro and macro nutrition. So get with the person who invited you here if you want more information on how you too can be a shred leader. All right. With that being said, let's, I'd love to, Renee, are you wanting me? Okay, let me unmute you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a question. I had 2 people that shredded with me that were first-time shredders. I don't see that they came on the line. No, they didn't come on. One was fantastic, no problems. The other, she said, you know, she already has arthritis and stuff, and I noticed there was another person that posted in the shred group that was having pain, like joint pain. How can we better help those who are first timers with those issues?
Bernetta, do you want to chime in? Did you understand the question? I'm gonna unmute Bernetta.
I think I do. And so I think it's always fair. First of all, Renee, that's an excellent question. And kudos to you for getting 2 more people together to shred with us. So the first thing is you warn people that as the good goes in, it makes the bad start to move. And here's what I relate it to. It's like cleaning out a fish tank. You know, the water can look super duper clear and be fine, but as soon as you start moving those rocks around, stuff gets in and gets a little murky, and it can be a challenge. So you warn people. I tell people all the time, we talk about the detox, but maybe for a customer or a friend that you know has a lot of physical.
Oh, we lost you. Oh, what happened? Wait, we lost you. Bernetta, we don't hear you. No. Do y'all hear her? Do you hear me? You hear me. Bernetta, we don't hear you. We do not hear Bernetta.
I'm sorry.
Oh, now we hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
What did you do?
My husband started the car, and the car picked up.
Oh.
Okay. So
but you're in your house.
I was saying that there's 2. Yeah, I'm at home, and he
started
in
the car. Okay.
And as soon as he starts the car, and the car picks up. So warn those that are around you who maybe they have a lot of health issues, and you'll know that, or they're not very healthy eaters from the very beginning. Warn them that there's going to be there may be some detox issues, and discuss what that might look like. And then 2 things: the sleep at night and the water during the day really help to respond to that. It really do. So, but I think a pre-warning is the best thing to say to them. Listen, now you're going to do this, and you know, or as a part of the prep, I try to help my group by getting them to, okay, you guys start living, you know, use my language. Y'all start living holy, eat holy, manage your plate. Because once the shred starts and you start getting, this stuff starts coming out, there's going to be some issues. I hope that answers, Renee. Does that help?
Yes, yeah. that really does help, because a lot of times with the one in particular, I don't know if she's fattish. She goes from one thing to another. So she has done a previous shred. So I guess both of us had the idea before she was on, did you know Dr. Ian Smith's shred thing?
Oh yeah.
She was on that. And I convinced her to try this out with, you know, and see how it feels to her body. So she detoxed again. I said, ours is at a deeper level because you're adding the fruits and greens. I did encourage her to drink the water. I saw her this evening, but I didn't get a chance to speak to her. But she looked good. And I hope she realizes how good she looks.
Right.
And because some people throw up those shields and they just don't want you to get too far involved in it. They don't want to commit too deep, and I think that might be what that is. But that was a question for first time shredders, and I like the idea of bringing it up front, letting them know what detox may look like.
In the pre-shred meeting, Bernetta usually, she wasn't there this last time, but that's okay. In the pre-shred meeting, that Bernetta usually says that. She actually says that in the meeting, and I didn't say it this time, and now I'm just remembering that. Yeah, that is something that we say, because that is not all shredders. It doesn't happen for all of them, but it does happen for some. And in our pre-shred meeting, we try to prep them as to what might just happen otherwise, and encourage them to keep going. Because the thing about it is, once you get through the detox,
yes,
you don't want to go back. Yeah, you don't want to go back. Thank you for that, Renee. Are there other questions or comments about your experience with the shred before I start calling on folks? I feel at home at the Pacific Standard Time meeting, because I was on the other one and I didn't know anybody, so I was like doing the meeting, but I couldn't call on anybody because I didn't know anybody. Tammy Cloud, how are you doing? You are a veteran shredder at this point. Share with us how you're doing, what's going on. You look wonderful.
I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. There should be a disclaimer, like, may feel the best you felt in your life, or your hair will grow, your gums will, I don't know who I am anymore. I pass by the mirror and say, who that? You know, it's, and I kind of still shred after we come off of this, because, you know, I had every health problem you could have, but, you know, the MS, the lupus, inflammatory vasculitis, inflammatory arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, and to be off all those pills and not getting injections. And I held up my Enbrel pen that night at one of the shred meetings, and I was like, I don't have to take this shot anymore. And I'm not on a Solumedrol shot. I don't see the rheumatologist calling and say, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I ain't got to see you. You know, so it's just, you know, not on blood pressure medicine anymore, not on cholesterol medicine anymore, not on chemotherapy medicine anymore. I'm not even on the gabapentin anymore. I was on, you know, the 300 milligrams 3 times a day. Then they took me down to 100. Now I'm not on that anymore. And I'm just eating good, feeling good, looking good, losing weight and inches, and just, oh my God. Wow. I just oh, and then people say, what are you doing? And hey, I'm gonna get me a shirt, congratulations, and ask me what that means or something, because
we need one here, oh my God, we need one. Yeah. Okay, we gotta get one, you guys. We gotta get it in like a team picture with that congratulations.
Because and I wish somebody had, you know, different people say, oh, I sell that. But I wish somebody would have did like Pastor Bernetta and Pastor BJ and just tell you the benefits of it. That's how you sell. I'm a salesperson. You sell without selling. You tell people the benefits of it, the details of it, somebody's testimony. I'm screaming from the rooftop and they go, girl, you look good. Don't tell me that, because I'm finna tell you about this product. I'm gonna tell you. You know, I went to get my hair done, and the lady said, are those new rings? I'm like, no, I fit them now. I hadn't had them on in 2 years. They're not new. But because of the shred, the inflammation and swelling got out of my body, and I had on my ring. Rodney sitting there getting his hair cut. He said, oh, man, that's a new ring. No, this is the rings we've been wearing. I mean, Ben had, but we couldn't fit them because of X, Y, Z. And he said, well, what do y'all do? We want to know what you're doing. So we gonna get some business cards. I'm getting some flyers. I want a magnet to stick on the side of my car. I want a hat, you know. Give it all. I mean, people gotta know, like you said, it would be criminal of me not to, I know it's a crazy word, of not to tell. But I mean, it's telling on its own, because I'm just bouncing, I'm driving, there's a spring in my step. I want to turn cartwheels. I told Rodney, we're gonna join the gym, we're gonna do some Zumba, we just gonna get it. My husband looks amazing. Off of 5 injections of insulin, the ringing in his ear is gone, and his deaf ear opened, and he had a bald spot up here at the top that filled in. We ordered the Omegas, and my hair is starting to shine.
Oh, you have the Omegas, yeah. I think we do the omegas a disservice. We treat the omegas like a stepchild almost, but the omegas are all plant-based, and we don't talk about it as much as we should, and I need to figure out how we can talk more about it. So you do have the omegas. We have another message. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, my hair's starting to shine from the omegas from 2 weeks.
Yeah.
My scalp. Oh.
When I listen to you, it's like people, sometimes it's hard for people to believe, right?
And where does hair come from? Where does hair come from?
When I met you 5 months ago, is it 4 or 5 months ago?
I haven't had as much hair.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And everybody's body's just so different. But when we back to the micronutrition, when you are giving your body what it needs, it'll give you what you need. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome. My honor.
Yeah, it's amazing. Anyone else want to share? We have a couple more minutes. Any questions or shares? I know there's a lot of people on here, and a person on Prospect, I'm trying to tell her about. Okay, so I will make sure that everyone has the recording to this so that you all can share it. And again, we're starting up again October 14th. Let there be no obstacle to do that. We have plenty of time to share the information. Any last minute questions or comments before we go? Renee? Oh,
The pre-shred meeting for October?
What'd you say?
Is there going to be a pre-shred meeting for October?
There's going to be a What is Shred meeting, which is going to be on Monday. So yes, I will make sure you get that information. And then the pre-shred meeting will be in October for the shredders to get them ready for the next shred. But on Monday, I'm going to post that right now. But on Monday, there will be a What is Shred meeting for people who don't know what the shred is and they want to know. They can come on board and find out more about the shred. So that, yes, I'll make sure to get that out. Any other comments?
Oh, I did detox, but Pastor Bernetta warned me, so I did know it was coming. And mine was always more sluggish. I did ache a little bit, and I was sleepy. Okay. But we, like I said, we did the two shakes. We didn't add anything else. We just did the Ripple. I did 4 ounces of water and 4 ounces of pea milk, and that's all we did.
And tell me this, because I think this is true. When you first started the shred, you did the shakes and you only did the fruits and vegetables. Then you added the berries. Then you added the omegas. Is that true or what?
Yeah, we did fruit and vegetable gummies, and then we did the 2 shakes.
Okay. And
so now we're on fruit, vegetables, berries, and omegas.
Omegas. So you keep, yeah. And that's the power of it too. There's some people that are shredding that only do the shakes. And so what we know is that when you do the shakes, you get results. But when you continue to flood your body and you add the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries, and maybe you add the omegas, the more you do, the more results that you see. And I actually didn't know that. But Bernetta brought that to my attention with her group, that she had shredders that just had the shakes, and then she had shredders that had more fruits, vegetables, berries, and all that, and their results were better. So that's something to consider. Shredders and shred leaders is let's put the story out there and let people get all of what they need.
And that's a good part, Robin, just this final thought, that if you can get people started now on the fruits and vegetables, or the fruits, vegetables, and berries, whatever they can do, their shred is going to go so much better in October. So sometimes we want to wait and we say, okay, well, it's coming, you got to get your product. But this, getting them on the Juice Plus now could be a part of the prep. We could consider that as an opportunity for them to prep their bodies so they can have the best results ever when they get on the shred.
Yes. So for those of you who have questions, or you don't have the fruits and vegetables and the berries or what have you, then get with your shred leader or the person that invited you here and ask them, or add that to your diet and see. It's very important. When our last meeting, one of the shredders said something that was very, very inspiring, is she said that she has been taking Juice Plus for 4 years, and she notices that over time what has happened. So like the first year she noticed, you know, a list of things, but 4 years into it, she says she doesn't even recognize herself. If you look at her picture, she's 60 and I swear she looked 30, is that because it's getting to you at a cellular level, and it does help with aging and reducing oxidative stress, that the buildup of it in your body it makes changes. And so also this is the thing, sometimes people see quick things happen, and again, sometimes it takes a while, but it's happening from the cellular level, from your blood work. Bernetta can attest to that. I can attest to that. My blood work is A-okay, but I can't see my blood work. That's the thing. I cannot see my blood work is better. I know that by going to the doctor. So anywho. All right, last call for questions, comments, anything before we go? Yay. All right. For all y'all East Coasters that are up in the middle of the night or 10:30 or whatever, we applaud you for we don't hear you, Bernetta. Are you talking? Is she?
I said, go to bed.
I know, right? Good thing the shred is over, right? Y'all can maybe eat something if you wanted to. So we just have a wonderful community. It was definitely, we had 2 meetings. And Bernetta, did you know we had 2 meetings?
I remember now that you were doing that. I just did not clue in.
Yeah, we had one at 4 and we had one at 7 for the East Coast, because this is very late for them. So
very late for them.
Very late for them. But we'll continue to have 2, and always just looking for y'all's feedback and sending you, as I do, love and blessings. Eat well, think well, and be well.
Yes, be well.
That's what I want to say. Yes, be well, be well. Our shred group, the accountability group, is going to shut down in a couple of days. You will be re-invited at the beginning of October. And then we're asking you, I've posted in the group, and I'll do it again, a link to our Facebook, our Shred Facebook page. We want you to like that and hang out there. You can post your reviews and your testimonies, and that's also a place where you can share with others who want to get some information about the shred. They can like that page, but just by Saturday, our accountability page will disappear, and we'll resume in October. All right, everybody. As Tammy would say, congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
We're getting shirts, Tammy. We're getting shirts.
Yay!